Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Chasing Financial Freedom, the YouTube channel where we go after financial freedom and where you can be part of this great journey. The stock market is the best possible place other the businesses to create financial freedom. We have stocks, we have bonds, and so on. Before we go deeper into the technical and fundamental analysis, please like our video so you can be up to date with our future videos. So without further ado, let us see what is going on here in the market on the 3rd of March. We have seen in the morning that the S&P, the Dow and the Nasdaq were all in the green. Nasdaq was almost 1% in the green, the same hold true with S&P 500. What we are seeing right now, you can see that the stock market is acting a little bit strange. You can see here that if you look at 1-day range and if we look at the trend line, we can see that we are still on the bullish trend line. So we can still expect to move further up. But there is a problem. We have here a line that is stopping us, and it is the 3900 line. This is a hard place and we have to go through that. We have to break this line. Otherwise, we would be down here. And here we have a channel where the stocks are moving right now. We can use also the candle bars. And here you can see the daily chart. This, of course, is for the S&P 500. If you use Doodle, you can see here that we are building essentially higher highs for the moment. But still, we have a bad trend line here, although we have a good line here. So we do expect from our analysis that we should see another breakout, and we're going probably to retest this line here of 3900. Our expectation is that at the end of this year we should see a price of, we should be somewhere here. So if we drive the line here, we should be somewhere like here. So the first step that we have to do is to go from here on. Here you can see the trend line. Here we have the trend line, and the trend line is, for the moment, we are still bullish. And here you can see that we have a lot of market to cover. So if you take for a longer period of time, for example, let's take the 5-year chart. You can see here, and we can take 1 day, for example. You can see that the stock market in general is going up. Here you see from last year, we are still moving up. Here is strong support line, 3200, but we don't believe that we are going to touch this line anytime soon, because that would be a huge drop. Here, what you can do, let's take the 1-year graph. Here, if you see this, our first mission is to see the market go up, and if everything goes okay, we're going to see a movement like this. So all around this trend line. Why are we still bullish for this market? We think that the market is going to move up because we have innovation coming, we have the economy opening up, we have almost, we still believe that we have almost beaten the corona crisis, and so we still believe that there is still a lot of room to grow. We have stimulus, we have some big actions from actually from the government, from the US government, so we are going to see some changes in the near future. We also think that we should move past this March, because this March and February we were expecting it to be the worst performing month of the year. And here you can see the Nasdaq doing some strange patterns, and we can see here the almost the same thing, but here we are seeing another interesting pattern. Actually, we are seeing here the line where we are touching, and here we have a strong support line. So we have a strong support line at 12,900, and we have a strong resistance line at 13,622. So here are the lines that we should be looking forward. Until we beat this line, we have to look for this support line to hold, and this is the daily chart, and we'll still believe that we should be moving somewhere like here. But we still believe that if the stimulus comes true, and if we have some more great news, we still believe that we could move up here, and this line could actually make a case for a strong support line, because we have touched it 2 times, you can see here. And if we look at the trend line here, you can see that we are still very much bullish. Of course, this retraction that we are seeing right now is normal in the market. It is to be expected. We are still, if you look here, we are still on the bullish side. We have seen some actions like here. You see this here, you can see almost the same thing as here. So we still believe that we could actually see a huge movement up here. So what is happening with the stocks in general? You can see here wicks, which is the volatility play. If you want to CBO volatility index, if you want to like a counterweight to the stock market, if the stock market is falling too much, you can invest right here in VIX. It is an interesting play nonetheless. You can see here from the portfolio we are seeing some moves, interesting moves in the market, but again, the market is all down, so it is hard to expect the market to move up today. So it is a hard day. Most of the stocks are down. Most of the stocks are taking a hard beatings. And here, but if you look at the Nasdaq, for example, if you look at the Nasdaq and take, for example, a 5-year chart, you would see here that you couldn't almost see this line, and if you took a longer period of time, you would also not see this. So this is what we believe from the history of the stock market and from the technical analysis. There has been no bad news. There has been nothing bad coming out. We have seen that the bond yield is growing up, and we believe that it is just the algorithms, so the stock algorithms from big money that is selling out every stock. And if you see here, almost every stock is down. For example, Churchill Capital, which was to be incorporated with Lucid, of course, is doing the same pattern here. You can see it clearly the same as the Nasdaq. Of course, it is part of the Nasdaq, so you can see that this is not retail investors investing. This is just the market telling us that it is manipulated. So here are taking some profits, and then we're going back down like the waves. It is just all psychology. Here you can see that the market is actually moving up. We can look also at Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now hot investment or search against hedge against inflation. We're moving up. We have seen today the high of the day of 50. High of the day was let us see in 1 minute chart. High of the day was $52,546. So we still don't see anything that is bad in this market. Okay, of course, it is still hurting us. We are bleeding slowly. NIO is still, if you can see, NIO stock a buy as chip shortage weighs on outlook. We have, of course, some news from some interesting companies, but almost all the companies here are red. So what should you do? We still believe that the stock market is going to be fine in the long term, so do not go all in from these pullbacks, but still you can buy slowly and increase your positions in the stocks that you like. So we hope that this video is informative, that you had fun with us looking at the stock market, and until next time, we wish you great fortune in the stock market.